Hello, good morning, friends. How are y'all doing today? Happy Saturday. It is Slow Down Saturday. I will be sharing that post later on today. Either way, let's get into our Hey Witch card of the day. Oh, one more reminder. Tomorrow is going to be our full breath work. If you are looking for something to help you become ready to start over fresh, then definitely check that out in the clickable space. You know where to look for that, right? So anyway, let's get into our Hey Witch card of the day, shall we? So our prompt for today from my Bury Yourself Witch prompts is, how can we best celebrate that piece of ourselves? That piece of ourselves that we are going to bury, that piece of ourselves that we are already walking through grief with. And this card is not a surprise to me, so let's get into it. So, hey witch, we have the Six of Wands here, okay? And like the imagery on here is so perfect for this question as well. How we are going to celebrate is we are going to take note of our version of success, okay? Now, let's talk about success for a minute, all right? So, whenever we are thinking about success, I think sometimes we think about success in the eyes of someone else, success according to society, okay? Instead of defining success for ourselves. So, I know we've talked about this before, but how do you define success for yourself? If you were living a successful life, what would that look like for you? And all of us, I hope, would have different answers, or at least, personally attuned answers. That's exactly what we're being called to do with this one. We are being asked to look at that self that we are being asked to bury, that self that we are already grieving, and to take note of that self's successes. I know that sounds a little weird. This process of burying an old self, this process of grieving an old self, it's not just about all of the sadness, all of the darkness, all of that. It's also very much about all of the light that that self brought in for us. It's very much about what that self was able to accomplish for us. If we can think of ourselves in this capacity of all these different selves, we need to be willing to embrace all of those selves, even if we're choosing to walk away from a piece of us, even if we're choosing to let go of that piece of us, and especially if we are choosing to bury that piece of us. Each version of us has got us to where we are today. So why not fucking celebrate that? So think back to the version of you that you were being called to bury and let go of. How could you best celebrate that self today? How could you honor that self today? Let me know in the comments and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, friends.